sulam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, yumi abyam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, yumi abyam. Bless these hips, this pelvic bowl, with holy rock and holy roll. Bless this spine, may we undulate. Sacred bridge between the worlds create. Vehine sulam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, yumi abyam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, yumi abyam. Bless this belly, laugh, digest. May we do good work and get good rest. Bless these lungs, expand, contract. May we breathe life in, exhale God back. Vehine sulam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, yumi abyam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, yumi abyam. Bless this heart, open wide stronghold. As we love, may we be bold. Bless this voice, may we vibrate free. Seed transformative community. Vehine sulam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam, yumi abyam, vehine sulam, vehine sulam.
Shabbat Shalom. No, it's not Shabbat Shalom. Chodesh Tov, everyone. Welcome to OneShul.org. My name is Kitsira, and I'm very pleased to be here with you again tonight for Rosh Chodesh services here at OneShul.org. I just posted the link to tonight's Siddur in the chat room. It's a pretty easy one. It's just bit.ly/Cheshvan5775. So bit.ly/Cheshvan5775. So Chodesh Tov, Megan, good to see you again, and I'm gonna try to say your name right too. Natatcha. I'm going to get that terribly wrong. Sorry about that. It's only promising a name that is different for you in writing. It's hard to know how to pronounce it. So welcome to you as well, and Chodesh Tov to Ziv and Troy. I saw you were here as well. We were chatting in the chat room before we got started. So let me post the link in the chat room again for everybody. Here's hoping the internet will play nicer tonight than it did during Ne'ilah for Yom Kippur. Whew, nothing like an end of a day of fasting and the internet not cooperating and cutting out every 10 seconds while you're trying to lead a service. It's a good time. So our service tonight will be the one that I've been leading for quite some time, both beginning at a Rosh Chodesh group I led out of my home for a while, and then the one that I transitioned here to OneShul. And actually we're going back to the original version tonight. So what I'll do again starting next month is I try to find for the final chant something that really speaks to me for the month, that just is really resonant for where I don't know, a teaching of the month is for me. And I guess tonight's is too, but it's back to the chant that's from the original version of this service. So the way our service works, we'll begin by creating space together across physical geographies through the wires to create our sacred community. We'll then give expressions of gratitude for the month that is ending. We'll give prayers for strength in the month that is beginning. And then we'll end with opening ourselves up to blessings in the month to come. So with that, I do want to invite everybody to introduce themselves in the chat room. Tell us who you are and where in the world you physically are. So we are a pretty international community. On any night, there can be people from at minimum all over the United States, but very often from all over the world. And it does look tonight like we do have at least one person joining us from outside the US tonight, which is always really lovely. So I'm going to begin our Baruch Hu as you are introducing yourselves to each other. And as always, I will invite you to share in the chat room a name that you wish to be sung into the space as. So what is a sacred name that is resonant and true and alive for you tonight? It may be your English name, it may be your given name, it may be your Hebrew name or another sacred name, or maybe it's just a word that's very important for you tonight. But I'll ask you to share that in the chat room, and I'll do my best to sing you into the space as that name. Okay, wait, before I do that, I'm going to try to say Natatya. There we go. Okay. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Natatya, from Germany. And from Bavaria section of Germany, which I have not been to. I've been to Germany, but not to that section. So, sharing whatever name it is you wish to be sung into our sacred space tonight. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, Zev, dear holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Natatya, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one. Megan, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one. Shekhinah, holy name. We have called on the light of our souls. We've come home. And we move into our expressions of gratitude with Moda Ani, the song from the morning prayer service that we use here as a way of connecting with what it is we are grateful for in the month that is coming to an end. So what is it that you are grateful for this evening? What is it that comes to mind to you that has gone right in your life in the month that is coming to an end? And we sing Moda Ani. For the women, it is Moda Ani. For the gentlemen, it is Modeh Ani. If you prefer feminine God language, then it is Lifanaich and Vikayemet. And if you prefer masculine God language, then it is Lifanecha and Vikayam. I will alternate between the two, and of course, English. Moda Ani Lifanaich. Moda Ani Lifanaich. Ruach Chai Vekayam. Moda Ani Lefanecha. Moda Ani Lefanecha. Ruach Chai Vekayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful in the face of the one, in the face of the one. Moda Ani Lifanaich. Moda Ani Lifanaich. Ruach Chai Vekayemet. Moda Ani Lefanecha. Moda Ani Lefanecha. Ruach Chai Vekayam. Oh, we are grateful for perspective and new puppies, for better health and thermal springs. Moda Ani Lifanaich. Moda Ani Lifanaich. Ruach Chai Vekayemet. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach Chai v'kayam. Oh, I am grateful. Oh, I am grateful for all of you and the OneShul community. Moda ani lefanayich, Moda ani lefanayich, Ruach Chai v'kayamet. Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach Chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful in the face of the One. In the face of the One. Oh, we are grateful for so many things, those we have spoken aloud and in our hearts, those we know, those we love are grateful for friends, for family, for good health, for perspective, for puppies, for pets, for bunnies, for healing, for community, and for the internet that seems to be flowing tonight with minimal problems. And let us say, Amen. And so we move from this place of gratitude to the place of seeking strength from each other and from the Holy One, and saying aloud or in our hearts what it is that we know we need strength for in the month to come, and having the courage to say it out loud directly, to tap into that one angel, that one heavenly host, that one thread of the Holy One, to ensure that our needs are hopefully met. And sometimes the answer is no, and there's probably a good reason it's no, even if we don't like it, but we've at least said, I need help here. And sometimes the answer is, you have to work through this, and it had nothing to do with you. Not always reassuring, but sometimes that is the answer. And sometimes it helps just to know that sometimes it has nothing to do with us. It's just the way things are and the way things need to be, even if it doesn't feel good. So let us ask for strength in the month to come, to be our best selves in this month, to be in presence with holiness, to be in place and in presence and in prayer and in our lives, deeply rooted and connected in the community and in the Holy One. And for this I will once again, as I often do, turn this over to Holy Tea to sing our Micha Mocha for us and invoke our prayers of strength, which I invite you to share again in the chat
Flowing and flowing, the rivers flowing back to the sea. Mother, carry your child, I will always be. Mother, carry kamocha, my Madonna, mi kamocha, Nanai Bakodesh. No Ratihilo, Tosefele, no Ratihilo, Tosefele. The Spirit is flowing, flowing and growing. The Spirit is flowing through you and me. Hashem, guide me, be faithfully beside me. Hashem, guide me and bless how I lead. The Spirit is flowing, flowing and growing. The Spirit is flowing through you and me. Shekhinah reside in me, oh wisdom lives inside in me. Shekhinah reside in me, holy Abba, Nadai Bakodesh. No Ratihilo, Tosefele, my Madonna, mi kamocha, Nadai Bakodesh. Spirit is flowing, no Ratihilo, Tosefele, no Ratihilo, Tosefele. Hashem, guide me, be faithfully beside me. Hashem, guide me and bless how I be. The Spirit is flowing, flowing and growing. The Spirit is flowing, growing and growing. The Spirit is flowing. Hashem, guide me, Shekhinah reside me. Hashem, guide me, Shekhinah reside in me. Oh, holy, oh, holy. Mi kamocha, my Madonna, mi kamocha, my Madonna, mi kamocha, Nanai Bakodesh. No Ratihilo, Tosefele, no Ratihilo, Tosefele.
Blessed are you, Holy One, who gives us strength for all of our challenges, who is the fabric that wraps around us, that is the stillness of the earth underneath us, for motivation, for endurance, for openness, for patience, for compassion, for all the many things that we may need in our lives. We reach out to you, O Holy One, and the heavenly hosts, and to each other in prayer for support in these things in the month of Cheshvan that is opening this night. And let us say, Amen. So we'll take a moment to just talk a little bit about the month of Cheshvan. It's a month that is often called Mar Cheshvan because it's considered bitter because there are no holidays in it. Although if you think about it, after the month of holidays we've had, it's kind of nice to have a little break potentially. But it also feels like a little bit of a letdown in a way. I finally took my sukkah down today. It was supposed to be last weekend I took it down, and I didn't get it taken down until today. And it definitely has left a sense of sadness in a way. Even though I stopped going out to pray in it after the Shabbat following Sukkot, and just, yeah, it was sort of like, oh, we're back in normal time again. Look at that. Except at the same time, we're never really in normal time, are we? So, because we're always living in cycles of sacred time. So it is a month that has a sense of letdown, of sadness for some. It's a month for others that are, it's freeing because you don't need to deal with any more holidays this month except Shabbat. It's also a month of many yahrzeits, especially of the matriarchs of our tribe. The yahrzeit of Rachel Imenu, Rachel the matriarch, is this month. It falls in during the month of Cheshvan. And again, it's a sense of sadness, the end of the mother of the tribe in a way, although the mother of the father of the tribes. So there are some interesting rituals that are out there around that many people do. Let's see, what else about this month should we share, should we talk about? Right, there are other, I'm looking at my notes, so there are other Jewish women, amazing women, whose yahrzeits happen to fall during this month as well. The freedom fighter and poet Hannah Sensesh, the poet Emma Lazarus, and author Anzia Izierska, all passed during the month of Cheshvan. So there are quite a few interesting women to explore this month as well. And the tribe of this month is Manasseh. So the firstborn son, but technically second, because, that's how things happen, of Joseph. And it's interesting because his name, so the name Manasseh, Manasseh means two for who makes me forget, the one who makes me forget, which is pretty interesting that that's what Joseph named one of his children who was born in Egypt, that this child was someone who was able to make him forget where he was and what was wrong, versus his second son Ephraim, whose name meant doubly fruitful. So it's in a month of potentially bitterness, of no holidays, being able to forget and move on is also rather interesting. Another interesting bit that I love about this, this is from the website inner.org, is that the name Menashe, keep doing that, it is a shin, not a sin. It is, if you flip the letters around, it actually spells neshama, so soul. So it's hidden within that tribe is in many ways the soul of the people. So you can parse that for what you want that to mean. So it is a month where the hard part is it's now up to you. There aren't lots of holidays to cycle through. It's not prescribed. You have to figure out what it is you're going to do with yourself this month, and any promises you made during the days of awe, how you will continue to live up to them and live in this month and this year in a way that makes you proud, that is hopefully connected and resonant and true. And of course, it is the year of the Shemitah. So for many grappling with what that means in the diaspora, or if you live in Israel, what does it mean to be in a Shemitah year, a sabbatical year now? Are there practices you are personally taking on, either related to the land or in some other way, that idea of letting the land, however you choose to interpret it, lie fallow in this year, or the releasing of debts and the releasing of slaves and the many other things we are commanded to do to reset the world every 7th year. So with that in mind, let us open to the blessings of the month of Cheshvan. And I have gone back to the song that I used to use all the time as the closing chant. It just really did feel right tonight to me. So the song is opening, and it is from a group of people known as the Rainbow Community, but I actually first learned it in Jewish circles. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. May this month of Cheshvan bring you opening to blessings and peace and connection and wholeness. And let us say, Amen. Thank you for being here at OneShul tonight. Thank you for being a part of our community. Your presence, of course, means more than we can say. Your participation means even more in each service. I hope that if you like the work that we do, if you appreciate it, you'll consider donating your time, your money, and your presence. Please remember that this Friday we have Kabbalat Shabbat with, let's see, who is, I can't tell who it's with. Hold on, I'm going to switch calendars. So I want to actually be able to tell you who it is leading your service. Friday night at 8 p.m. is Kabbalat Shabbat with Ariella. And then it's not on the calendar yet, but most likely I'll end up doing a Shabbat service somewhere through the month. And even if I don't, I will be back for Rosh Chodesh Kislev at the end of November. I have to look at that date to make sure I'm not traveling for Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It really does mean the world to me and to everyone here in the OneShul community. Chodesh Tov. May this month be one of blessing and joy and renewal for you. Laila Tov.
V'hinei sulam Yumi Avyam. Bless this tongue, may we taste so sweet. Abounding bliss each time we meet. Bless these lips, may we kiss the sky. And as we come together, may we fly. V'hinei sulam, v'hinei sulam, v'hinei sulam. You